Public Interest Publishing. In this short video, the Crooked Cock Street Diaries presents a two-part special. Warning, contains graphic scenes of strangulation. Part 1. 4 seconds from knock to impact and attempted murder. Part 2. How PC Pearl changed his tune to suit his crime. You actually told me when I was assaulted here that this is communal.
Okay? That's different.
No, it's not. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Jesus Christ, he hit me in the fucking face!
Lethal kinetic energy was used to break in. We're outright homeowners. We're not tenants or squatters. We don't have a mortgage. These men are criminals.
Fuck off! Fuck off! He just hit me in the fucking face!
So what's the weapon of choice? And who supplied it? The weapon of choice is this kinetic breaching tool, or KBT. The KBT is used by the military, police, and emergency services to breach barricaded doors. KBT applies a large amount of kinetic force upon the door. KBT use is a known hazard. The technique is inherently risky. You can see that the rammer is wearing protective gloves, despite the fact the energy emanates away from him. In terms of breaching barricaded doors, the next breaching stage up from this is ballistics, i.e. a shotgun, to blow off the locks. Our wooden front door was not barricaded and only had a Yale lock. They call themselves bailiffs, but they're not bailiffs. There's no law that would support bailiffs doing that. They're aggravated burglars about to commit attempted murder. The illegal use of this KBT to blow my old wooden front door off its hinges is overkill, and very nearly killed my husband.
Jesus Christ, he hit me in the fucking face!
My son rang 999 for police after our front door was rammed and my husband was injured.
Please.
Police now, we need police. Jesus!
A reasonable person would know knocking on a door and calling, "Open the door," and 4 seconds later using a hazardous KBT on the same door poses a risk to life.
Jesus Christ, he hit me in the fucking face!
The door hit my husband's head, and the explosive kinetic energy passed into his body and damaged his central nervous system. He catches himself on camera. You can see him holding his face. A smaller person would have been killed. They tried to punch him instead of calling an ambulance. A minute before using the ram, they'd watched one of my sons use his Yale key to enter, and then my other son exited to see what the problem was. Clearly the door wasn't barricaded. I told them their blackmail was illegal, but they pushed past me. The reckless, gratuitous violence equals attempted murder. The thugs kept hold of me outside and wouldn't let me go to my injured husband. At this point, the tall, bald man holds me by the scruff of the neck. When members of a crime syndicate committing aggravated burglary and attempted murder are police officers, a victim's access to justice is stymied. When mobsters screw my husband and I over in Brixton, PC Pearl gets called to sort it out. My son called 999, but PC Pearl didn't talk to him. He didn't take any witness statements, because he works for the mob. My husband's going deaf and cerebrospinal fluids leaking from his ears. PC Pearl avoids looking at his bloody injuries. It's a fascinating lesson in police corruption, watching PC Pearl justify the robber's actions.
Obviously, you've stood behind the door. If they're going to force
No,
me into
they knocked, and I went to open it, and they smashed it in my face with a truncheon thing.
No. My concussed husband corrects PC Pearl's false interpretation.
Obviously, you've stood behind the door. If they're going to force
No,
me into
they knocked, and I went to open it, and they smashed it in my face with a truncheon thing.
They smashed it in my face with a truncheon thing. The blast has thrown my husband backwards onto the stairs. As he gets up, he sees the KBT, but isn't sure what it is. PC Pearl sweeps the facts of this crime aside and covers up attempted murder. PC Pearl's been to our house before, knows we own own our house, and on 08/05/2026, he knowingly covers up the aggravated burglary of our house. A key element in covering up the aggravated burglary, and what becomes the theft of our whole house when professional squatters are installed, is that PC Pearl treats my husband and I like we are squatters or tenants or trespassers, when he knows we're the homeowners. On the pavement outside, through the window, 3 men in high-vis jackets can be seen. They are professional squatters waiting to move into our house. Three years earlier, on the 6th of the 6th, 2023, 3 men renting the house next to ours had tried to strangle my husband and I. They had been abstracting our electricity and didn't like the security camera we had put up, and had been harassing us all day. And they had called PC Pearl to come and fish for information and sort out the dispute.
So I think what they've also tried to do is, because you've been coming here recently, by the seams of it, to do work, I'm assuming you're going to rent this place out, are you? You're the landlord.
Sure.
Oh, okay.
No, that's fine.
So they're
That's up to
either
you.
they basically wondered if you're the new people moving in, or are you just here to rent it out?
It's factually established we are the owners, and when we rent it out, we're the landlord. PC Pearl is the apparent spokesperson for the criminals living next door. They've been abstracting our electricity, Section 13 Theft Act, 1968, and on the 6th of the 6th, 2023, had attempted to strangle us, Section 18 Offences Against the Person Act, 1861. PC Pearl had seen the injuries on my husband's neck, and we had explained about the electricity abstraction. PC Pearl doesn't hide his disinterest in the crimes committed against us. Our house, number 40, is on Archbishop's Place, London SW2 2AJ. Back in 2023, it was becoming evident the street is populated by criminals, that they don't like our security camera, and they want to know who is going to be living in our house. We are the owners. We had previously rented the house to tenants, and in 2023, PC Pearl talks to us like we are the owners. And that is significant, because in 2026, he talks to us like we're squatters and evicts us. And only the owner can evict and take back possession from squatters. In a perverted role reversal, the robbers and the police are acting out a travesty and behaving like they're the owners of our £1 million house and we're squatters being rightfully evicted. It's quite a scam.
I'm assuming you're going to rent this place out, are you? You're the landlord.
In 2023, PC Pearl says, I'm assuming you're going to rent this place out, are you? You're the landlord. The owner, landlord of land, cannot be evicted from their own land. But in 2026, PC Pearl throws us out of our house by lying and saying a warrant exists to enable these robbers to evict us and take our house regardless. There were 5 other police officers there, and they all agreed it was lawful to chuck us out onto the street and take over our house.
They have an entry power, which is warranted, so they can force their way in regardless.
PC Pearl's statement, they have an entry power which is warranted and they can force their way in regardless, is 100% false and an outright lie. And in 2023, he lies for the mob in a similar way.
To rent it out and
They
stuff.
know who Dave is,
Okay.
and they've seen me before.
But maybe,
They
I don't
who
know.
I am.
So
I think they
there's-
just wanted to know.
they just wanted to know, I
like
think.
about new neighbours.
Yeah.
That's
So I
all.
think there's a bit of miscommunication between both sides here, and maybe you deem the way they deal with things rather.
I've just
maybe.
been grabbed by the throat.
Yeah, okay.
I've just had a man grab me by the
Okay,
throat.
but you've also pushed him in the
First,
body
yeah.
first on camera. Okay.
Thank you for coming.
This is what happened on the 6th of the 6th, 2023, when 3 men attempted to strangle my husband and I. The men keep preventing me from going into my back garden. The Metropolitan Police at Brixton Police Station have refused to investigate this incident. If anybody out there recognizes these men, please get in touch. The man with glasses puts his hand in front of me to stop me going, and he grabs hold of my gardening tools, known as loppers. The man in the white t-shirt has been trying to start a fight with my husband all day. My husband tries to help me. He reaches behind this man with the white t-shirt on to get hold of me, to get me into the garden. And this man in a white t-shirt strangles my husband. There you can see his thumb on my husband's throat. And my husband had permanent damage to his larynx following this. And then this third man comes and grabs hold of me by the neck and throttles me. There, you can see his hand going round my neck. We were both injured. The man with glasses is leaning all of his weight against me and pinning me to the wall, and he still has hold of my loppers. And my husband's trying to help me, but the guy in the white t-shirt's hanging on to him. My husband and I use body cams because there's so much violence in our life. We're assaulted so often, and the police never investigate. All of the crimes committed against us are just snuffed out. And that includes the theft of our houses, our business, as well as these violent acts where we're beaten up and so forth. As I say, if anybody recognizes these men, please do get in touch. The third man holds onto my arm and my leg. I can't move. We showed PC Pearl and other police officers with the Metropolitan Police our body cam footage of this assault, and they all agreed that I had assaulted the three men, and allegations were made by the three men that I had assaulted them, and consequently I was interviewed under caution.
But,
I'll reiterate the fact to them and I'll let them know about the camera.
That Dave's grabbed by the throat and I'm grabbed by the throat.
And I've also seen on film
that well, I didn't grab anyone by the
No,
throat. I've got two men.
It's still both assaults, isn't it? They may have also acted out, and you've also acted out. Okay.
Thank you.
I mean, it's clearly captured on CCTV as well. It's both. I don't really know. I mean, Helen.
Yeah.
I haven't got a lot to say about it, if I'm honest.
Okay. Thank you.
On 02/08/2023, I was interviewed under caution at Brixton Police Station. It was falsely alleged that I had assaulted the three men. Our fridge drawer had gone missing, and during the assault, the man in the white t-shirt weaponized a fridge drawer and injured my husband's torso with it.
You know, they've stolen electricity from this property. I'm in the front garden, I'm trying to garden. He's just constantly barraging me with questions. So I have to walk away, and then he follows me down the path.
So just carry on playing, sorry? The communal path.
PC Pearl keeps emphasizing the path between the two houses is communal and we don't own it.
Does it matter? Like, respectfully, guys. Respectfully, it's a communal hallway. You both share the path, regardless. You don't own that half. He doesn't own the other half. It's literally public access.
Thank you for coming, anyway.
Okay.
Thank you.
But I mean, this is clearly over a dispute of cameras, and they're obviously. I understand they're not happy with the cameras you put up.
A dispute over cameras?
No, we don't. They do.
They do.
Jump forwards 3 years and police and robbers throw my family and I out of the house we own outright, and PC Pearl tells me I cannot stand on the communal path.
Sorry?
You're stealing everything from me! What am I going to do?
I don't know this.
You want me to go quietly? How would you like it?
On the pavement.
Madam, you got to come out.
I've been told that this is communal. In fact, you told me.
This is gated.
Ha ha ha! You told me. You actually told me when I was assaulted
on the public
here
order
that this
situation
is
is different,
communal.
okay? That's different.
Now it's not. Ah ha ha! Did you see that? How he changed his story.
Thank you.
What a hypocrite! Just say whatever you want to get through the moment. What a bunch of cowards. You're just cowards. You've got no identity in your vehicle, nothing on your flash vehicle. Look how much you criminals make doing all this. Fake legal procedures, fabricated court cases, forgery after forgery.
From the 6th of June 2023 to the 8th of May 2026, the crimes committed against my family and I have escalated. And back in 2023, on the first occasion that we met PC Pearl, he predicted an escalation would take place.
Clearly, this is going to cause some escalations and some issues.
I believe they're moving
You
out
think there's
soon
going to be
anyway,
escalation?
so
I mean, as long as we
hopefully
can
they'll
try and
sort
resolve it
out.
today, I hope
If
it'll
they
be
don't,
alright,
it's
but
cool. Yeah.
I
But
mean,
you've just said clearly there's going to be escalations.
that's
What do you
if you
mean?
both, I mean, there's clearly aggravating factors here, isn't there? You both don't get on. I can clearly see that on the CCTV that you both don't get on as neighbours.
Was the escalation that PC Pearl spoke about in 2023 a knowing prediction of what would happen in 2026, i.e. the attempt on my husband's life, the aggravated burglary, the theft of ownership of our house, this extreme squatting that's now taking place there? PC Pearl seems to have inside knowledge of the criminal's intentions.
Clearly, this is going to cause some escalations and some issues.
And part of that violent escalation involves demoting us from homeowner to squatter. In 2026, PC Pearl treats us as though we are trespassing squatters in our own house. He does not treat us like we are a family who are being victimized by aggravated burglars and there has been an attempt to murder my husband, and that my husband is suffering grievous bodily harm. Serious injuries have been inflicted upon him by these robbers.
That's GBH is actually cutting the skin and bleeding. It's beyond ABH. I've damaged my hand, I got hit on the head, I got smashed in the head by the door.
No, PC Pearl covers up attempted murder and treats the aggravated burglary like a legitimate eviction of squatters. I rather suspect that while PC Pearl evicted us, he knew that blackmailers would be hand-delivering a blackmail letter about the robbery to an address 350 miles away in Axminster, Devon.
They didn't give me a chance. They knocked and asked me to come down.
If that's how they've carried out their warrant, then that's how they've carried it out, isn't it?
The robbers do not have a warrant or a writ, and the law doesn't provide legal power to fuck over the public like this.
No. They don't. You don't smash people in the face, and you don't injure them. They knocked and said, "Can you let us in?" And I went to let them in, and they smashed the door. You have to take it that everybody might open the door.
Not necessarily, do they?
Why? Because obviously you're going to injure someone.
Let's just take another look at PC Pearl shrugging off the idea of an illegal breaching ram injuring someone.
If they're going to open the door, if they ask to come in, and you're going to open, no. But there's a criminal offence. Whoever has smashed the door.
PC Pearl says he doesn't want to go back and forth over it, and he looks at his watch. And then he tells my husband, "You can't be assaulting people regardless." My husband hasn't assaulted anyone. He has been seriously injured by aggravated burglars. On the day the burglars broke in, 0805-26, they changed the locks to our London house and installed squatters, and arranged that on that same day a handwritten blackmail letter was hand-delivered to my bungalow in Axminster, Devon by these two criminals. while my husband was being injured and our house was broken into and we were robbed of access to our house 350 miles away from the Brixton crime scene, these blackmailing extortionists hand-delivered this note. Dear Mr. David, could you kindly call me when you get this note? I am here today, ref, your property, 40 Archbishop's Place. It has been taken into possession by the lender, but you can still make money out of this negative situation. Please call me on 07398190903. Regards, Hannah. We don't have a loan or a mortgage, so there is no lender. And what lender would behave like this? From the content of this blackmail letter, it's clear that these blackmailers know we're in London. Nonetheless, this blackmailer knocks on my front door and says the following.
David, I'm here to help. David!
My husband David is not connected to my bungalow's address on any official documentation. Therefore, we know we are stalked by these criminals. The weapon of choice was a KBT, kinetic breaching tool. But who supplied it? The weapon of choice was supplied by the attempted murderer's father, known as the Lock Father, apparently. And he is the bald man who held me by the scruff of the neck while his son attempted to kill my husband. If you recognize anybody in this video, please get in touch. And if any of these issues have affected you in any way, do email us. The rammer has perfected the physics. This weapon can easily kill, and it's used by an attempted murderer who remains at large. And all this crime takes place in Southwest 228J, a London postcode shaped like a crooked cock. Thank you for watching. Follow us on Twitter. View our other videos on YouTube and drop us an email. You just watched the two-part special, 4 seconds from knock to impact and attempted murder, and part 2, PC Pearl changes his tune to suit his crime.